Technically, I should conceal my guys. Let's see. Cool. Let's refresh.
Stick to me like glue and keep your eyes open.
Neat. I don't think there's anything we're missing or that needs to be expanded on from the SSRs. We just got to keep in mind heated battles go if they result in berserk, it's battle hardening instead. So generally speaking, I think that'll mean a lot of fanaticism. No wind. Fortify one location. And then there's just the big thing about the prisoners. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, quick question. My sniper doesn't have to be like within a certain distance of the port edge because you're not on, right? I can pretty much put it whenever I like.
Yeah, you can put them wherever. Right. Well, if there's nothing else, I say we get this show on the road, and hopefully I open up with wind, maybe. I have.
Sorry.
I have nothing in the rally phase.
I do not as well.
Cool. Prep fire, no fire whatsoever. And movement. I will declare CX on my guys at the Y column. It'll go into Y1 for 1, Y2 for 2, Y3 for 4, and Y4 for 6.
Okay.
Right. It's just this. I have one unit declaring CX and moves into and bypass U1 V0 for 1, goes into V1 for 2, U2 for 3, U3 for 4, V3 for 5, and stops there.
Okay.
Other squad will do exact same movements, except goes to V4 for 6.
All right.
Third squad will do. We'll just go into V3 for 5.
Okay.
Stack over on the corner. Go CX. You'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 into R4.
I wonder if they have a leader.
You never know. Maybe I'm just cheating. And I will CX the last group that's off board. They will go to W1 for 1, X1 for 2, X2 for 4, into bypass in X3, Y3, for 5 into bypass in what is that, X4. So that's 1 2 3 4 5 6 bypass in Y5 and then end in X5 for 8.
I need to check LOS.
Okay. For concealment loss?
Yes.
Okay, so you're essentially checking. I think you can do it, draw silent LOS, just so you're not revealing like right away, just so I don't know like which unit. So draw silent LOS, and then if the LOS is clear, reveal the unit, and I'll drop concealment.
So I have to drop concealment to prove that you're.
So it's just a temporary drop. So you effectively just like you move concealment to the side, so I know that it's a real unit. Since dummies can't reveal, dummies cannot remove concealment.
Okay.
It's also why I say to drop, to just do blind LOS in this case, so that in case it's real, or in case you have LOS, then you drop it rather than say like, oh yeah, I'm dropping it, and then because if there's no LOS, then I technically shouldn't know there's units there, right?
Yeah, that's why I was a little bit. I was a little concerned, but yeah. Okay. Yes. There is no LOS because of the blind spot from
Okay.
the hill.
Cool. And that is my move. Defensive fire.
None.
Advanced fire phase. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Yeah, sure. I'll try that. My guys are still concealed. Never mind. Route phase. No routes. Advance phase. My stack in R4 will advance into R5. My men in Y4 will advance into Y5. Excuse me. V4 will advance into U5. I will have one unit in V3 go to V4. And the last one will go from V3 to W4. That I've got to do this. Right. That goes there. This guy goes there.
He is revealed.
Yeah, I just gotta. I just want to move, separate all these guys first, and then drop concealment on these guys.
Before you do that, W6 does not have to. I don't have LOS on him.
Or you don't want to check it, is what you're saying?
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha.
Do you need me to show you the unit?
No, because I mean I'm perfectly fine with assuming that they'd be seen. I can delete that. I don't need this extra one. This guy's concealed. Oh, if you've got a guy in W9, my guy in Y6 has to drop concealment.
The LOS is a little bit weird because there's an overlay there, so it's kind of refusing to check LOS from there, basically.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, W9 would see Y6, just because the elevation. Um, yeah, that's it for advances. No CC. Off to the. You know what? I'm just gonna clone this. And there we go.
I have no rally actions.
Do I have rally actions? I do not.
And you got what? You got the 2 5 4 6s, the 8-1 as your reinforcements.
Yeah. Yep, the guys that won't show up till turn 3. Actually, I should mark that just so I don't forget.
So that's the group that's sitting off board down at the bottom there. Okay.
Yep.
No prep fire. Regular movement either, actually.
Okay.
Defensive fire.
In the defensive fire, I don't think anybody has LOS to my guys in R5, and they will do a thing that they can do as a free action, and I will just mark the 2 of them as final fired. W6 and X6 will both shoot at W7. That is a 4 firepower shot up 2. That will not do anything. I should have done that too. Oh, it was up 3 because CX. Anyways, still miss. Yeah, that's it. Advanced fire phase.
No fire. No routing, I don't think.
No.
Oh, you know what? I forgot.
What'd you forget?
Weather.
Oh.
Which doesn't change.
Ah, dang.
I don't think anybody's got any routing to do.
Nope.
Advances. None.
Okay.
No close combat.
Alright, weather. 9, nothing. Oh, gotta take off those defensive fires. No rally actions for me. No prep fire. Movement. All my guys lose their CX. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass to take off. Alright. First things first, W6 will attempt to move into W7 for 2. Alright. They will then go into V7 for 3. And they will claim wall advantage. And they'll stop there. X6 will go into X7 for 1. And continue into X8 for 3.
We will fire on you at that point.
Okay.
6 up 1.
Mm-hmm.
No, 6.
6 flat.
6 flat. Normal morale.
Normal morale. Pass and sniper.
Oh, am I the axis here or are you?
Yeah, just because there's no real way to put it.
Yeah, no, I didn't remember. Okay. Nothing.
Y6 will go into Z6 for 1. Continue into Z7 for 2. And then 4 into Z8.
All right.
V4 will go into V5 for 1. Into U6 for 2. And end in U7 for 3.
Okay.
One unknown unit from Y5 to X5. They will continue to X6 and drop concealment. That's 2 movement factors. X7 for 3. And then W8.
Did I forget to leave? I think I forgot to leave the residual on that hex, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
Have twice.
It
was
was
Down
6.
4, so 2.
Yeah.
So 4.
That's a 2. But yeah, the squad goes to W8 for 4.
Okay.
The other guy in Y5 goes to Y6 for 2. Has to drop concealment to W9. continues to Z6 for 3, and then Z4 for 4, or Z7 for 4. U5 will go into U6 for 1, continues into U7 for 2, then T7 for 3.
Okay.
And it continues to S8 for 4.
All right.
W4 will go up the road to U7 for 4.
Okay.
R5 will move to... Oops. They move to R6 for 1.
Okay.
Then into S7 for 2. Or, sorry, 3.
Okay.
Well, then... I have to format. We'll then split it with the rest of the movers going back into R6 for 4. Into R7 for 5. And staying there.
Quick question: what stats does your machine gun have?
They're
Machine gun.
the DM machine guns are 410s. I'll just pull it out. Put it on the side here. These guys.
Okay. And I'm assuming from that, if they were in that hex, should they be in that hex, they could pretty much cover the entire board because they're up, what, 2 levels there?
It's a decent portion, but there's a lot of... the thing to keep in mind is the buildings will create a lot of blind hexes. So, LOS gets kind of weird where it's hard to properly visualize in ASL, I find, which is why the line of sight tools are so useful. But essentially, there's a calculation that will generate more blind hexes behind obstacles the further away you are from it. So they can cover a good portion, but certainly not all of it. Not compared to, say, like N5 or N4 or F3. Like, for example, the S7 can't see W9 because the V8 building creates a blind hex to it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they decided to drop overlays like smack in the middle, so it's
Yeah.
kind of annoying to draw across the board edge there.
Yeah, it's the one problem with the overlays that I kind of wish there was a better system to it. I will have this guy. He's concealed because reasons. He will go to X6 for 1, and then continue into W7 for 3. Then my last guy will go X6 for 1, X7 for 2, and then W8 for 3.
All right.
That's it for movement. Defensive fire.
Well, I will have W9 fire again. Final protective fire, whatever the hell it's called.
Just subsequent. You don't have to, or sorry, it would be final fire, but regardless.
Yeah. So they're going to fire at W8.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 2 flat or 2 down 1.
2 flat.
That's a 4 on 1, which is a normal morale check.
Morale. Second guy breaks.
And does my sniper activate?
No, because it was your shot.
And that's all I've got for defense fire.
Actually, let me check something real quick. I forget if that's a special rule for your partisans. I forget if they cower or not. Partisans. Might as well check since it'll probably come up again.
Oh, they are Bolshevik partisans, right?
Yeah, but they're counted as regular partisans. I forget if they can cower or not. Yeah, there doesn't look like there's any. Yeah, no, they cower like normal. Okay, so those rules are fine. Advanced fire phase. Okay. X8 and W8 will fire group on W9. X8 is providing 2 firepower, and the squad in W8 is providing 6 because it's doubled, halved, and then +1 for assault fire. So it's a 8 firepower up 2. Nope. Actually, it's a pin test check.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh. I'm having a brain fart.
Yeah. 7 or 9 on 8 is a pin test check.
Okay.
Which they pass.
Pin. The squadron V7 will shoot at the concealed guys or concealed stack in V8. So that's a 1 up 2. It's a PTC. Okay.
I suppose I should roll a pin test check anyway, just for 1 second.
No, you don't do a task check on fake ones. That's it for advanced fire. Route phase. I'll take off the defensive. My guy in W8 will route to W7. I don't need the wall advantage on that guy anymore. And that's it for routes. Advanced fire, or advanced phase. R7 to R8. V7 to V8. Yeah. X8 and W8 will both advance into W9. Z8 to Z9. Z7 to Z8. Before I forget. S8 will attempt to advance into T8. I'll just do both. And then both guys in U7 to U8. I think that's it. CC phase. Now, I don't, or at least I don't remember having any benefits to CC. So, ambush roll. I have a green guy. So that's lax. So that's 1 lax. And that's it. So I rolled a 4.
So no ambush.
Whew.
So you're at 2-1, and I will attack. I will attack the half squad.
Okay. So 2-1. 7. That's a casualty reduction for me. Ooh, that's a kill.
1-1. Let's get it.
Then melee. And off to you for turn 2.
Change in weather. I do not have anyone to rally, but I believe you do.
Yeah. I will attempt to rally 7. That is a nope. And that's it for rallies.
Fire. I have no prep fire at this time.
Okay.
Movement phase. These units will dash.
Okay.
Actually, stop. I don't want to do that. That's right. No one else there. Sorry. That's it for movement.
Okay.
That's a fire.
What kind of damage can I do? Alright, well, this is exploratory stuff. 1 MMG will reveal itself and will attempt to shoot at M9 for 2 firepower up 3. LOS is good. So there's a 2 firepower. Nope. Oops. And the second such unit will attempt to fire at K8 That's also good. 8 range. So 2 firepower up.
Well, remember it's not checking it.
If I can see M9, I should be able to see K8 because it's further away from any other obstacles. 7 on 2, I think is a miss. Yeah, barely. And no rate of fire. No other shots. Advanced fire phase.
No advance fire.
Okay.
I don't think there's any routing.
Nope.
Advances. No, I think I'm okay. So our happy close combat.
All right. I'm at a 5-1, or is it just 4-1? Yeah, 4-1.
You're 5-1, aren't you?
Yeah, there's no odds for 5-1.
So yeah, you're at 4-1. I'm at 1-4.
1-6.
1-6. Okay. Nothing for me.
Nothing. I was a little worried you'd roll a snake eyes.
Yes, the melee continues.
All right. Somewhat annoyingly.
Can you hold on for just a second? Let me go take a quick bio break.
Yeah, I'll just set up my reinforcements. All right, so I have dealer's choice on east or west side. West side it is, or yeah, west side it is. Is it and or both? Thanks. And or. Yeah, or. Okay. Cool. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 6, 8. That's actually.
You know, I don't even think that's a flanking force. I mean, come on.
Well, what's wrong with that flank?
I mean, you might as well just. Why don't you just advance into my rear? If you can get that far, you might as well just completely come up from behind me. I mean, what the fuck?
Admittedly, I'm surprised. I'm kind of curious if like I didn't see any errata for it, but like yeah, it's kind of egregious that it's like yeah, the entirety of the west or east edge. I'm surprised it's not like A5 and A6 or P3, P4. So at least it's like the roads, but. Weather, no change. Alright. Rally phase. I will attempt to rally W7. Yay. And no other rally actions.
Same for me. So over to you.
Alright. Prep fire. Both MMGs will shoot at K8. So it's 4 firepower. Up 2. That is a miss. And no other shots. Moving phase. The greenies in V8 will go to V9 for 2. And W10 for 3.
So they're green, so they're inexperienced, so they should only have 3 movement factors, right?
Correct. The group in T8 will declare CX, go into T9 for 2, and S10 for 3, and then O10 for 5.
Okay.
They have to, or don't have to, I guess, technically.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so because it's concealment terrain. So
It is normal move, so if you want to show a guy to remove it, you can.
I'm sorry, did you see that?
See what? Just show. You don't even need to show me what unit. Just which stack.
Yeah.
Is it not showing it to? Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, that was weird. It wasn't. Might have been lag. Yeah, that's what it was. Anyways, okay.
Oh my god, I wish Multiman would get off their ass and actually make a real version of this. I mean, I appreciate the vassal, like, the dedication to making it, but oh my god, the dancing around, like, functionality that should be there just because they don't want to, like...
Yeah. One guy will declare CX, go from U8 to U9 for 2. Then continue into U10 for 4.
So they're moving in or moving... I think when they're moving out, right, is when they have to be revealed. There's visibility.
No, if as long as it, even if it's in concealment terrain, as long as it breaks the concealment loss rule, like as long as it's applicable, then they can lose concealment.
Then they lose concealment from M9.
Okay. The other squad in U8 will also declare CX, and they will go 2, 4, and into T10 for 6. Z9 will assault move into H10.
Okay.
The squad with the leader in W7 will go into X7 for 1, Y8 for 2,
Okay.
Z8 for 4, and then Z9 for 6. Z8 will go to AA9 for 2, then AA10 for 3,
Okay.
and late CX to get into G10 for 5.
All right.
Squad, or, well, yeah, you'll have to know it's a squad anyways. Declare CX goes into R9 for 1, R10 for 2, P9 for 4,
Are you concealed? No.
no, they're unconcealed,
Yeah.
and then P8 for 6. The other guy will also CX, goes R9, R10, or R10, P10, then into P9, has to drop concealment.
Okay.
Into P8 for 6. Then ends in P7 for 7. And then my off-board guys will also declare CX, and they will go A1, B0, C1, D1 for 4, E1 for 5, F1 for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. And G1 for 8. And that's it for moves. Defensive fire.
D9 will fire at G10.
Okay.
Looks good to me. So that is going to be a 2 up 1.
Yep.
Huh, that's weird.
What?
It's showing when I did the LOS check from D9 to G10, the range was 3, but when you do it, it's 4.
All right.
That's weird. Yeah, it's 2 up 1, yeah?
Yep, yep. All right.
There's boxcars. Hallelujah.
Just wait till we start getting into like scenarios that have ammunition shortage.
Don't remind me.
It's like automatic at ELR. Like, ah, great.
And I think that's it for defensive fire.
Okay.
Romantic fire.
Fire group with H10 and G10. They'll both shoot at G9. H10 is providing 3 firepower, whereas G10 is providing 6, so 8, which is halved because they're concealed. So it's a 4 up 2 shot. That is a miss. Greenies will take the piss out of it and shoot W10 to K10, which is a 1 firepower shot. How worthwhile is this? Fire group of O10, T10, or N10, and U10 are all shooting at M9. The worst modifier will be from.
N9?
Oh yeah, it's because it's T10 N9. That's why.
M is in.
Oh no,
Mine-
N is in Nancy. November.
You're firing there?
No. From N10. It's 2 differently named hexes. That's why.
Oh! I'm sorry. I thought you were declaring your target as N9.
Oh no.
What?
No. So the worst modifiers from O10, the CX, the brush, as well as the building. So it's a +4. They all generate 3 firepower.
So it's 8 up 4.
Actually, that's halved +1, and then fractions rounded up. So it's 4 firepower each. So it's 12, but then halved because you're concealed. So it's a 6 firepower up 4 shot.
Okay.
That's a miss. And I think that's it for advanced fires anyways. Route phase. No routes. Advanced phase. G1 will advance into G2, and I'll actually have sorry, I gotta clone one, so I can do this instead. So one guy goes to H1, the rest go into G2. Yeah, the guy's also CX. P8 to P7. I'm gonna hope this doesn't bite me in the ass. G10 into G9.
You're bounced. I got units there. So,
bounced.
or we're now in close combat, I guess.
Yeah, so they'll effectively, like, you don't reveal them; they'll stay concealed.
Yeah.
H10 to G10 leader and the other squad, and Z9 to Z10/H10.
Okay.
N10 to O10. U10 to L10. And the half squad greenies are gonna advance into the building.
And they're in close combat.
Indeed they are. And I think yeah, I will have one crew and MMG just advance from S7 to T6.
Okay.
And that's it for advances. CC. Let's finish the melee first. Still 4-1 for me. Get my kill. Okay. G9 first, I guess. Ambush roll. Okay. Alright, so my guys are ambushed.
So the question is, when do I have to unconceal?
So theoretically, if I remember this correctly, you can choose to withdraw if you get an ambush, I believe. Let me just see here.
But I think withdraw just dumps me out onto the road, basically.
You have your choice of hex, but yeah, like you could technically withdraw to H9, but obviously it's not exactly a great location either. Um, ambush status, yada yada yada. Yeah, so it says the side with ambush advantage also may also maintain any concealment it has in CC until it attacks without eliminating or capturing its target. And I think you just declare. You might have to show the units just to prove what your ratio is, but otherwise, after their attack, if they succeed, I believe they maintain their concealment status. I'll check the double check here. Yeah, yeah. If they make a successful ambush, they retain concealment.
So I think I get. I'm a little confused. I'm looking at the chart here.
Okay.
What does the DRM of times 1/2 means? What that would seem
Oh,
to be
so
good.
it's poorly written. I don't know why it's written that way. It's essentially it's the firepower that a unit would have. So, for example, um, since I would be attacking, or if I attack concealed units, my firepower is halved because that's the normal versus concealment.
But that doesn't help me actually, because if I fail to kill you, then I am automatically unconcealed. So therefore, you're not going to get that modifier. So I guess my
No, I
question.
would that I get that modifier at the uh, like if let's say you chose not to attack, you could essentially just like remain in place or whatever, and not shoot. And if and me wanting to kill you, I would be at half. So whatever the ratio is, um, like my 5 would be a 2.5 versus whatever your ratio is. Um, the other thing to, I guess, if you're thinking about a potential withdraw or whatever, since it would be your turn, like if let's say you withdraw to F8 or G8, you do get your movement phase before I ever get to shoot. So you theoretically could assault move into those buildings.
I could, but I'd lose concealment doing so.
Do you lose it on a withdraw though? Let me see here. Because assault move you wouldn't lose it because you're going into a concealment terrain. But oh yeah, case B withdraws into an open ground hex. A10.531.
You know what? I am going to withdraw into the building hex next to it.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure it should be a free thing. I just want to see if there's any infantry that is part of the first ambush and prior to resolution by immediate withdrawal into accessible location. Yep. Or may withdraw. Okay. Yeah. Right. Sorry, I was looking. I saw like an extra line of text, and I thought it was gonna mess stuff up. Cool. Okay. The greenies in K10 will roll their ambush roll. They also get a 5, which is bumped up to a 6 because they're green. So that is an automatic ambush. So same thing applies.
We will instead attack.
Okay. So whatever your ratio is.
I have 4 firepower.
Okay.
So that is a 2 to 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that is a kill.
Yep. And there's a -1, so it was gonna be a kill. All right. CC's over to you.
No weather change. Don't believe I have any rally. Yeah, no rally for me. Do you have anybody?
Don't have any rallies, but I will attempt to deploy my second line squad over in P7. Task check. Thank God it's only the rally phase. So I replaced the squad with a half squad, or 2 half squads, I should say.
All right, sounds good.
And that's it for me.
D9 will fire at G10 again. So that's a 2 up 1.
Mhm.
Nothing. Sorry, I'm looking something up.
No worries.
right, that's it for prep fire.
Okay.
Movement. I think it's interesting that you can't conceal prisoners.
I guess technically, yeah, you can't.
No, it physically won't let you.
Yeah, but I kind of wonder if there's a way to, like, if you're allowed to exchange it just to for concealment purposes. Because, I mean, on a board playing with normal counters, you wouldn't be able to see it, right? You wouldn't see the color difference because they're stacked on top of each other.
Yeah, it's weird that it won't let you do it. It's just I was looking at it, I was like, huh, that's odd, but okay.
Yeah, I think what we'll do for the future is what you could do is you could just put in like a fake half squad or whatever, just like of a unit you wouldn't be able to get. So for example, for the Russians, you can get stuff like this guy, and that way you could conceal it, and we would know like, oh, that's the prisoner unit, and that way you wouldn't be able to easily spot it.
Yeah, I mean, based on the discussion about the charge, my suspicion is that it's like, well, no, it shouldn't ever be concealed. You should always know where all the prisoners are at all times.
Yeah, it seems strange though.
Well, it's one of those things. Okay. I believe that's what, 2, 3, 4?
So they went H4 to what, H5? Oh,
G5.
yeah.
So 2 to there for the building, and then 2 more to get down into the building in G6.
Yep.
I think we're good for right now.
Okay.
That's fire.
All right. Let's try to rip some band-aids off here. Both machine guns in T6 and S7 will shoot at M9, so 4 firepower up 2. Still nothing.
That's up 3 just for reference. M9 is a stone building.
Oh, sorry, I didn't notice it was a stone.
Yep.
Both units in O10 will shoot at M9. That's a +5. Nope. L10 will attempt to shoot at K10. So it's a 4 firepower up 2. Or up 3, sorry. That's also a miss. God, I keep going to advanced fire.
Well, no. Yeah, K10 is not. K10 is actually a wooden building. I know it's a little bit weird, but
No, but so I have CX, right? So it's a
yeah. Okay,
yeah.
all right, that's where that was coming from. Shoot them up.
I'm trying. my guys are having a really hard time. Let's try this doom stack here. So each squad provides 10 firepower because they're adjacent. So it's 30 halved for concealed. The next lowest is 12, and it's a +3 because I have 1 unit that's CX. Okay, finally a good roll. So +3, 6. That's a 2 MC.
I think I need to unconceal these guys, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, anytime they take a PTC or worse. Alright, so leader passes.
So leader passes. Minus, it's a +1 net, so that is a.
Yeah, and no ELR.
But that succeeds.
Wait, what's the other?
The hip unit succeeds.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow, you had a hip unit there. Okay.
Yeah, I did.
They'll still lose concealment, but yeah,
Why?
they're safe.
Why do they lose concealment?
Because a hip unit that takes a shot is like a concealed unit. Let me see if I can find the rule. Oh, excuse me. They tell me, let me guess, they put it in. Hmm.
It's all right. They're fine. I'm sad because that was going to be a nasty surprise for anybody trying to advance in there.
Honestly, I was very tempted to advance a unit in there, so that would have been a pretty nasty shock. I just thought that your the stack that was in G9 was fake, so I was like, okay, well, I'll rush them and hope that I don't get bounced back or anything. Do I have any other fire? Nope. That's it for defensive fire.
All right. Well, advancing fire might as well. H9 will fire at. G9.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 4 up 1. No, 4 flat because of the CX, right? No, that's your fires minus 1.
Yeah. So it'd be if you're firing at G9, it'll be a 4 up 1.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Route. So I think these guys surrender.
I think they do. Yeah. Because yeah.
Because ASL is done.
Well, I was wondering if I9 was valid, but no, because that. Okay, so do I have to pick, or do you get to pick who's the guard? Let me see here.
I still think this is the dumb. This is possibly the dumbest rule out of a significant chunk of dumb rules in ASL.
Hmm. Okay, so it's captain's choice. I will have prisoners.
Oh, hey, and that drops just for kicks.
I think you can. So because there's a leader there, I think you can automatically, or it's either automatic or attempt recovery. You know, reclaim. If a unit surrenders routes, an infantry SMC can immediately recover one of the infantry's support weapons, but regardless of phase. So you roll 1 dice. If it's less than 6, you can pick up the DC. There you go. I don't think there's any other routes.
Yep, no, that's it. What level is ground floor? Is it 1?
0, technically.
All right, they advance
Oh,
up a floor.
hold on. I think. Do you want a squad back?
Why?
So, this is a multi-hex building, right?
Yeah.
So, where can you route that's not adjacent to anybody?
Oh, that's right, up a floor.
Yes. Put you guys on level 1. And I think technically they can. Yeah. So they would also keep the DC.
Yeah. Oh, would they? No. If they broken, they drop. If it's considered a support weapon, they drop it.
Only if it's above their thing, I think. Let me see if unit surrenders or runs away and cannot carry. It's a support weapon.
Okay. Not gonna help them, but all right. Actually, I'm sorry. Can I take this move back? The D7 to D8 or D8, D9 to D8?
Sure.
Yeah. Thanks. Sorry. No close combat at this point.
Nope.
So over to you.
All right. Turn 4, weather. Oh, baby. Gusts, which does nothing. Or at least, I'm pretty sure will do nothing. Okay, gusts is 12. No blaze, no wind. Damn. So nothing there. Nothing for me to rally. Do I want to? No. No rally stuff for me.
It's not my turn, so here we go.
So my only question, because so Because I'm surprised you didn't advance your leader from ground floor H9 to floor 4.
I just don't care enough to remember that. I'm sorry.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I forgot. It's all right. We'll move on.
All right. All right. Well, prep fire. I can sacrifice that guy. Both H10 and G10 will shoot at ground floor H9. So it's 25 power up 2. 2 MC. Ooh, heat of battle.
I'm the leader.
Yeah. Does heat of battle happen before? Oh, actually, you can't berserk. Never mind. So squad breaks, leader, heat of battle.
So it is a second roll at the same one.
No, so you make a second DR for that leader. They're Russian, but do they? Hold on. Does it take the same heat of battle as if they were Russian? I think so. Where's that heat of battle?
I mean, I think it's going to be battle hardening, one way or the other.
Yeah. Well, so it'd be. Yeah. So he battle hardens to a 9-2 leader.
That's not going to help me in the slightest, but all right.
My machine guns will attempt to be useful this turn. It'll be 4 firepower versus. We'll go M9 again. It's up
Hey, does
3.
building give me -1 to morale checks for being in a building?
Yes.
So here's my question: if the battle hardening happens immediately, he turns into a 9-2.
Yep.
Which means that the squad got a -2, which means that their morale, that roll of an 8 that they got, was actually.
But they're
with
not
the
rallying.
-1. What?
They're not rallying though. You don't.
But don't they get the modifier for his leadership during their morale check or no?
Yes, but because they rolled an 8 and I was a 2 MC, they'd still be 1 over.
No, that's what I was asking. So they don't get the -1 for that. That's only for rally.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, go ahead. Do your speculative machine gun fire.
It was a 8, but I do have rate of fire, so I will try not to break them and shoot as the same target. And
I'm sorry, where are you shooting again? K6?
It was to M9.
Okay.
But once again, no use. And that's going to be it for prep fire. Movement phase. All these CXs come off.
Am I correct in remembering that you can't CX twice in a row?
Yes, yeah, you can't CX twice in a row. L10 is just going to get it over with and attempt to move into K10. Because there are real units, they will get bounced back. but it will at
Yeah,
least take
well-
off your concealment. And it's considered movement factors. If you want to shoot at them, it's all yours.
I do actually, yes. So that's 6 leader directed, up 1, right?
Flat, because it's not assault movement.
5 on 6 is a 1MC.
They break. And that will also disrupt them. One half squad in P7 will go to G08 for 1.
Okay.
N8 for 2.
Okay.
And bump into M9 and get pushed back.
Okay.
You don't, excuse me, no shot.
Well, no, because I'm assuming you're trying to bait me into using my shot before you move your 2 full squads over there. So no, he can stay right there.
Yeah, all right. One squad will assault move into N9.
Okay.
G9 will dash into E8.
Okay. Yes, I will shoot at you. As you dash.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 2.
Halved if you're shooting from D9, so it's 1 firepower down 2.
Probably nothing. Pin test check.
PTC. Pin. Squad in W9 will normal move into X9 for 2.
Okay.
4.
All right.
Squad in H1 will go to H2 for 2. Continues to H3 for 3.
Stop. You are fired upon. This unit fires at you, so that is 2 down 2.
It is 2 down 1. So it's because of
For the
height
height?
advantage.
Okay,
But
2 down
it's still non-assault movement. And then continue into H4 for 4.
All right. This squad unhips and unloads on you.
Okay.
So that's going to be 5. Down 2 or down 3?
That would be down 2.
So 4 down 2. 6 on 4. That is a normal morale check. Oh, joy.
Battle. Dice roll 6. Are my guys treated as elite? I forget. Alright, so treated as elite. So it's -1. That's it. So it's a 5. So they become fanatic.
Why are they treated as elite?
It's the number 12 US Army attributes. 12.111. For heat of battle purposes, only a second line US Army MMC is treated as elite. If I battle harden, I become fanatic. So
Okay.
these guys become fanatic, and it's a 5, so hero creation. So I get a. Do I have anybody in chat? Troop Dog and Trunk Dunk. Alright. I will hope that one of them posts soon-ish, and they will get to be a sick leader. Or a sick hero, I should say. And that was their 4 movements. P7, so I will go to 07 for 2. N6 for 3. M6 for 5. And then M5 for 6. O10 will assault move, to N10.
Okay.
And G2 to G3 for 2. They will have to drop concealment. Into G4 for 3. And into G5 for 5. And that's it for moves. Before I forget, fanatic there.
I think I need to quit because I am not good at this game. I am just horrifically bad at this game.
I would disagree, to be honest.
No, you'll see. I'm just really bad at this game. All right, defensive fire. We'll start with M9. They're going to fire at the squad in N9.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 6. Up 1.
Yeah, let me just check it, see if brush gives if it's just hindrance or not. Brush. Just hindrance,
Yeah,
so 6 flat.
H5 is going to fire again at H4.
Okay.
So it's going to be a 2 flat.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I think that's actually just done, correct?
Which guy?
The machine gun up on J4.
No, you're good. You can. No, because they're not adjacent. Sorry.
D9 will fire at F8.
Okay.
So that's like a 1 down 1. Or no, 1 flat.
Yeah.
G7 and F6 will fire group at F8.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 6 flat.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. K10 will fire at J10.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 2 up 1. So, by the way, I have absolutely no idea how the hell the historical result is supposed to occur from this scenario, just out of curiosity.
I haven't even read it.
The Marines took fire from all sides and fled. Which is kind of weird since you get like massive bonuses for advancing fire. I shouldn't say massive bonuses, but you get quite a number of bonuses for advancing fire and things like that. And unless I basically stack everybody in the same hexes, which is kind of what you're not supposed to do in ASL, I guess. I don't know. All yours.
I will fire group N8, 9, and 10 onto M9. It's 2, 6, 3. So it's 8 firepower up 3. Normal morale check. They pass. This one, J10, will shoot at K10. It's a 6 up 2. Sniper cowers. It's a normal morale check. Leader pins, but that's it. The squad, or half squad, I should say, in M5 will shoot at J3, J4. It's 1 down 1. Nope. I actually don't know if that clips the crag or not. The squad in, well, everybody in H4 and G5 will shoot at H5 upper floor. Heroes provide a -1, so there's going to be a -1 to the shot since I have both hexes with that. It's going to be 12 up 3. Or 12 up 2, sorry, but 1 MC. And that's it for advancing fire. Routes. My guys in L10 will low crawl to U10. Since I don't think they have to. I think it's just the partisans have that weird rule. Hold on here. If they start adjacent. Disrupting. Oh, at the start of any route phase. Cool. These guys have no choice and have to become prisoners. So, you get prisoners in K10.
Joy. Okay. All right. I guess that's fine. For my routing, guys in H9 route upstairs.
Okay.
And interestingly, the guys in H5 will route downstairs.
The you can have the leader in H9 go upstairs if you want.
Yeah, might as well. And that is hilarious to me for reasons that will shortly become obvious. I think that's it for my rallies, or my routes, so yep, we're off there.
Alright. Advance. G10 to G9. I'm gonna have the H10 to H9 on the ground floor. The half squad in the street and the squad in N9 will both advance into M9. N10 will go to N9. M5 will go to N4. G5 will go to the level 1 of H5. Oops. And the other guys will go into G5. And then the guys in J10 will go into K10. CC phase. Let's do M9 first because it's probably going to be less complicated. Ambush roll. My God. Do you have any minuses? I don't have any pluses.
I don't think so. So you ambush me.
Are the partisans not considered stealthy? It seems bullshit.
They're considered partisans for all purposes. So if partisans get some modifier, then they get it.
Yeah, let's see here. No, okay. That's... Alright. So I get an ambush.
2 to 1.
2 to 1, I get a -1. 6, that's a kill. Alright, now K10. Let's see what the prisoners. That's the captures prisoners. Well, I guess first we'll do. Might as well just do the ambush roll first. It's a 2. Okay, no ambush. Which can only be used. Escape. Unless a melee exists, prisoners must pass an NTC before attacking their guard, and only if the guard is broken. Alright, never mind. Cool, so they're like that. Do I want to... Yeah, I'll just fight 1-to-1 against everybody. So I'm at a 1-to-1.
I'm at a 1 to 2.
Anything else? No. 1-1. Okay.
Oh no, you actually get a -1. Doesn't really matter, but you do get a -1.
4?
It's a halved SMC.
That wouldn't be a -1 though. To have SMC.
Yeah, any firepower halving is actually a -1 in close combat, isn't it?
No. In any case. So, with those guys dying, escaped SMC are always armed. Of equal or smaller size is rearmed immediately for each armed unit. Limited cash and CC. So these guys.
Hold on a sec. So there's no effect from them having to drop their weapons and all that stuff? Wow.
And
That's
well, they rearm, so if something had happened and they had been like moved away, or if they were if it was a half squad, only a half squad would rearm, stuff like that. Is replaced with a green conscript. Yeah, and normally, if those guys weren't green or conscripts already, they'd immediately drop in quality to green or conscript.
I'm sorry. How? No, they're the unarmed unit, correct? You eliminated one of my guys. That's great. So they get rearmed, but they are
Yep.
replaced with a green or conscript squad or half size of its squad and nationality.
Yes.
So they don't turn back into their normal line, second line troops. They're green.
No, they were green. Those were the green guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why they were disrupted. Because if it was my second line was in J10, if they had ELR'd, then they would have gone green, not disrupted.
Okay, sorry.
No worries.
All right.
That's it for CC.
No weather change. Rallying. My self rally, I will use H5. I assume I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Fail. All right. In H9, we will rally top to bottom. Fail both. That doesn't come off because you're adjacent.
Yeah.
And in fact, they're going to surrender in a minute. I think that's it. Pretty sure you don't have any routing or rallying.
No.
All right, why not? The leader chucks the demolition charge down the stairs.
Three. Any friendly fireface. Okay.
So he is unpinned, good order, personnel capable of support weapon use during any friendly fire phase, so we're tossing it. It's an additional +2, so that's a total of +4. -2 for the leader, correct? So it's a net +2. So it is a 30 +2 on your location and a 30 +2 on my location. So on your location, That is a 12, which is a 1 MC.
Leader, squad, ELRs, and bricks, and sniper.
No sniper. And on my own location, of course, that's a 9 on 30.
That's
hey, it's 2 MC.
So hold on. The roll the plus modifiers you're giving to yourself is a +3.
2 for the building, 2 for thrown DC, so 4, and then -2 for the leader.
You're also getting no. So the yeah, but the DRM for the attack against you, right? Because I don't think you apply the leader DRM to the shot against you, unless you do. Either way, if you're at a higher elevation in a building, you should get a +1 for every level above the attack. So just add 1 to whatever your calculation is.
Well, I mean, I don't really think it matters all that much at this point.
Well, it was what, a 12 on 30? What was the number?
It's a 12 on 30.
Yeah, so if add 1 instead of a 1 MC.
13 on 30, so that's just a normal morale check. So if that guy didn't break, then he didn't break.
You didn't roll. So.
No, I haven't rolled for my own.
Correct.
I did roll for my own. I rolled a 7. So we're trying to figure out what the addition is for that. So I was thinking, I was actually wrong. I actually get an additional +3 because the thrower's location receives a +3 DRM. So that is. So does it apply the building? If it applies, so that's what, a 2 because it's a wooden building, right? So that's 5. And then the question is whether or not my -2 applies, and I don't know. It doesn't say.
Let's see here.
So it's either a 1 or a 2 MC, from what I can tell.
God, there's like 18 questions on this one. Is there any that show? Yeah, so the TM applies if thrown from. That is very interesting that nobody's asked that question. Yeah, so from how I understand it is that yes, the leader would apply their modifiers.
Yeah, that makes sense. So that makes it a 2 MC. So instead of would normally be a +5 for all the various terrain and throwing DRMs, and then -2 for that, so it's a net +3. So that
so it says there's a +3. The thrower's location receives a +3 DRM, right? Then it's -2, so it's a +1. Then it's a +2 for the wood building, so it's back up to +3. It's a 1 elevation higher, so it should be +4.
It's the same elevation.
No. So
but if it's an attack on my location, it's in my location, so it's the same hex. So it's the same place, so there's no elevation change for that.
But it should be though, because it's resolving on the ground floor.
It's not though. It's resolving on my location. It's an attack on both your location and the thrower's location. Both the target and the thrower's location. So it's an attack on my location. So that's at the same height. So it doesn't get the modifier for that.
Hmm. Okay.
So I'm pretty sure that's what, a 2MC?
I guess so.
Okay. Leader pins.
Mm-hmm.
Succeed and fails. So they fail their morale check. So what does that mean?
Casualty reduction.
And let's see. Do we have to check to see if the lower floor is rubbled or no?
Only on a KIA result. So you didn't roll low enough for either.
All right, so that was fun. Let's see. F6 and G7 will fire group on F8.
Mhm.
So that is a 6 flat.
Mhm.
And J4 will fire at H5.
Okay.
So that is a 4 up 3. Two, that's nothing. That's it. Assault move. We're gonna normal move.
Yeah, I'll take a shot at that. 4 down 1. Pintash check. Save first fire. G5 to F6 for 6 firepower, flat, down 1 for hero. 2 MC. N4 to J4. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 1 down 1. Nope. Excuse me. Both machine guns to K8 for 4 up 2. That is a 1 MC and rate. Oh my god. All those shots. They will shoot again at H9. It is. It's gonna let me do that. Range 8, so 8 firepower up 2. Alright. I said didn't break them.
What do they break on a 12?
Yeah, they malfunction on 12s. And then it'd be random selection to see which one broke. K10 will shoot at upper floor H9 for 8 up 2. Pin task check. So that's worthless.
Do I need to roll it?
No, I actually think so. I think I came across this yesterday or something where pin units don't get pinned again, which obviously, but I think the rule states that you just don't do the roll. So no free
Sniper check.
yeah, no free sniper checks. Yeah, so an already pinned unit does not take an NTC due to PTC on the IFT. Tongue twister right there. A 7.8 last sentence, or before last sentence. H5 upper floor will shoot at J6. There is a +1 for height advantage. So it's a 4 flat. They don't cower, but it will be sniper. 1 MC. Oh, God damn. G9 will shoot at G7. So it's a 4 firepower shot against the unconcealed guy and 2 firepower against the other one, +2. So that's a miss on the concealed guy and a PTC on the unconcealed. And that's
For a PTC, if I equal it, it's still a pin, right? I have to roll under.
no, if it's equal, you don't pin. The only time an equal results in a pin is on the NMC or on a morale check. And advanced fireface.
next unit will fire at the unit here.
Okay.
So 2 flat. Nothing. Routing. So I think this guy has to surrender.
No, I think he can route because he can get to G6. Or at least I believe he can get to G6, and then you'd be able to continue into G7. Can he see? Actually, hold on. No, he can see both these guys.
See that guy, yeah.
Yeah. So he would be. I think he's just eliminated. What's the direction say? Because I'm pretty sure the surrender thing is only if there's. They can only route through open ground.
Okay, so he's eliminated. 2 units on the first level of H9 are eliminated.
My guy in H9 will route, the leader will follow, and they will go to. I'll just go to Z10 or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I mean, that squad's going to go in and wipe out the leader here shortly.
Well, that's hopefully, anyways.
Oh, the routing rules are so deeply idiotic. I concede. We're done.
Okay.
Pretty sure I can't win at this point.
Look at here. The prisoners would be 15, but getting there is.
I don't think I can do it. Not with
Yeah.
those the leaders and all that stuff that are running around right there. It's pretty
Yeah.
easy for me to just hop over this way and block my exit.
Well, so I'm trying to think about it. There's 3.
Also, remember that I only get that if I control at least 2 buildings, which is iffy, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Unless we want to play some shenanigans, like you have to move through all the buildings in order to control them, which I guess technically you do, but...
Yeah, you do, but so the only ones I don't have are this cluster, these. Yeah. So, I mean, I can get K8. I8 will be a bit of a pain in the ass. That could be a wash because there is still 2 squads.
Yeah, with the 2 leaders, the 2 good leaders, you're excellent squads. I mean, come on, you're going to get assault bonuses moving in with the assault fire and all that fun stuff. I don't think they're going to last. I mean, they don't have enough firepower really to do much against you. C8 could be interesting if I made you come out there and try and fight for it, but I think you would probably get me.
All right.
Yeah, I just don't. I'm not seeing how I can really realistically hold 2 buildings and get that guy off.
Yeah. All right.
These guys are going to start getting. They'll start encircling those guys, and I don't have any easy way to clear that.
Mm.
Same for this guy. The machine gun, I don't know. He's probably going to get cleared out by somebody. But honestly, he's not a lot of firepower past like there.
Mm.
So yeah, that's
All
it.
right. That was pretty interesting. I think if anything, how do I put this? I think the partisans can really punish uh, if they can retain concealment and just like get into CC.
They can't. That's the thing. I mean, you're going to be firing with such ridiculous firepower coming up on these guys. You're going to get +1s on all of that. Even halved, you're going to be doing. I mean, you were doing 12s and 16s on your advanced fire phase because of that. You just had such crazy firepower that it's really not realistic. I don't have that many good troops. The only advantage I have is my morale is slightly better than yours, and that doesn't really seem to matter all that much. I mean, 7 versus 6 is not that great an advantage as far as I can see. So yeah, I mean, forcing you to break is pretty much the only way that I can win this because I just don't have the firepower. I mean,
Yeah,
your
but
MMGs thankfully got wasted over here on that concealed unit, but I mean, you can put a lot of firepower on guys out to a pretty long range, and you outrange almost all of my troops. You know, I mean, yes, I can force you into clearing me house by house, but that doesn't help because historically I'm supposed to be able to get troops off, but I can't because you're going to put it unless I immediately start retreating, which is like okay, so the way I win is to retain concealment, but I have to move to get off, which means I'm probably going to lose that concealment. So it's like it's a lose-lose, you know? Yeah, there's only 2 squads back there, but as you saw, it was pretty trivially easy to move a good chunk of your force up on the flanks because I don't have enough troops to watch everywhere. So yeah, no, I guess I could have started switching troops over, but again, I would have been losing concealment and things like that. You know, I don't know. It's just like I don't understand how the historical thing could have done, which is the partisans mostly escaped across the north edge of the board. Yeah, okay, sure.
Well, I think some of the outcome is like stuff that happens after the engagement. Obviously, it's not meant to be specifically 1-to-1, but yeah.
You have a lot of really good troops. And do you get your smoke exponent or no?
Yeah, I get smoke, but smoke's dangerous to use. The only thing I can say is that um, it's if I don't remove concealment, which however you wanna see that with the like yes, U.S. infantry squads will always have a lot of firepower, but um, if I miss my shot and I go into CC, that's an automatic -2 from your rolls. So any ambush you get is beneficial plus leadership. So
No, it's really not. That's the thing. I mean, unless I have a lot of units stacked in a space, it's not because most of my units are 3 firepower, which means that if it's a 1-to-1, I'm rolling it a 1-to-2, which means I need, I don't have that. It's a much worse chance even with the -2, and that's assuming that I have multiple units there. If I just have the single unit, I'm only getting a -1, which means I need a 5 or less on 2 dice. Come on,
well,
it's not good odds, and you know that.
Hold on. So if you have if there are
So if I have 3 firepower and you have 5, that means that I am automatically on the 1-to-2, and you are at 1-to-1. I think I don't think you can quite make 3-to-2.
so we've got a what what was possible or what almost happened in G9, right? So you've got a leader 9-1, you've got a squad. It's a 1-2. You ambush. That's a -1 to your roll. You have a leader. That's a -1 to your roll. So even if you need a 4,
Okay, now I need a 6 or less.
yes,
So it's
but,
still less than a 50-50 shot.
I mean,
I'm still not likely to do it. And that's assuming that I have a leader there and that I ambush. If I don't ambush and I'm just concealed, I still need what, a 5? I mean, come on. On 2 dice, a 5, that's nothing. That's what, like a 20% chance, 25% chance, somewhere in there? Maybe a 1/3%, maybe a 33. I don't know what the exact percentages are, but it's significantly less than 50%.
right.
I mean, I get where you're. I understand and I agree. I'm not like bitching about that. I'm just saying that the mechanics don't support it. The troops you have versus the troops that I have are not. That's not going to happen. Like, the only way I'm going to be able to do that is by fire, and I'm going to be losing my concealment left, right, and center. I mean, as soon as you go into close combat, if I don't kill you, which is pretty likely, I'm going to lose my concealment, and then oh shit, now you're firing at me with your full firepower, and I'm up the creek because you always defend with your full firepower, so that doesn't help me in the slightest. That's the thing. Like, the -1 is helpful, sure, yeah, but if I'm always at a 1-2, unless I'm doubled up in a hex, it's not a fun shot, and shit, even a 1-1 is not good. I mean, are partisans considered stealthy? Like, should I be
No,
getting some of those modifiers?
I don't know why they aren't. Because they're the Bolshevik ones, not the what is it? The Mongolians.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm supposed to like kind of clump up in one big thing and then just fire at you as you come in. I guess. So I'm getting like huge big fire groups at you and breaking your guys, but I mean, I don't know. The mechanics of ASL just don't really seem to support that because you just basically have to move, you know, individual units here and there and force me to fire at you before you get into close combat. Because once you get into close combat, my odds go significantly down. So it's, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm a little bit baffled by that. I mean, and the terrain is such that it's pretty easy for you to move up and pretty difficult for me to move away. I mean, I could move away, but I'm going to start losing concealment and all that stuff. And then we get back to that discussion. So yeah, I don't know what's like. I would love to be able to use the booby traps because it would actually make life a little bit interesting, you know? Like, it's an interesting scenario. I like it. I think that the reinforcements for the Americans need to be restricted to where they can come in. I think them coming in all the way in the back is a bit of a
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a bit too powerful. I don't know. I mean, firepower wise, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm not even sure how to balance it. And I guess maybe it's not supposed to be balanced. Maybe it's supposed to be a cakewalk for the Americans. But I mean, I guess some rolls could have gone differently. But with the way that the routing and surrender rules work, yeah, it's not going to happen all that often. Pretty much, if you're routing in a building, I guess I shouldn't have defended in G9, H9. I guess that would be the lesson there, is to defend further back.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go over it again.
Like, I'm a little bit puzzled. Like, I guess maybe distribute the dummies off to the flanks instead of up in the front, and defend that first set of buildings a little harder, I guess. But I don't know. That whole set of buildings is pretty disconnected from the rest of the defense, so it's kind of like you're just leaving those guys out to dry and face the full brunt. So I don't know. My choice was to stick most of my dummies up there, just to kind of make you spend a turn or two clearing through it, which happened, so that worked, I guess.
I kind of wonder if having, because you can set up everybody 4 hexes from 2W8, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. I kind of wonder if you'd taken everybody and you just set up in that area, like yeah, I'm closer, but let's say like it takes you X number of turns to get to get all these buildings, and you do like a slow retreat, you make it to O10 or whatever, like depending on how many units I want to siphon off to grab these buildings, I kind of wonder. It probably wouldn't be all that special or
Well, I mean,
anything.
that's the thing. Like, okay, great. So I concentrate down here. You do exactly what you did, which is stick all your MMGs up here. So now you can overwatch basically that whole place. You
Well,
can.
but hold on,
You're,
hold
you're
on.
gonna be,
So if you're 4 hexes from W8, like you can set up in this wood line, right? So
yeah, and then you just come over here, and I guess what I'm saying is this is a bad position because it's below that whole ridge. So I can't see you coming in until you're basically already on top of me, and we already discussed what it is when Americans come next to you.
sure,
And at
but
this point, you're firing down on me, so I'm eliminating the benefit I get from the woods.
well,
So
there's no the. I wouldn't say you're eliminating the benefit from the woods because you don't get minuses just because you're above, but um, so if I have a unit that moves in from T3 to T4, and if I had a unit in T5, like yeah, I'd be shooting that in the movement phase, um, just because
well,
like
that's what I'm saying. You can see that I have units here, right? So if I were you, yeah, I'm going to put a little assault force over here, but then I'm going to set up a support force up here to overwatch them, basically. So I'm going to start coming up this way. So I either have to siphon troops off from the defense back here, or I have to hang these guys out to dry because all of a sudden they're going to start getting encircled modifiers and they're going to get shot from multiple directions.
well,
And it's going to be unpleasant. I
encirclement.
mean, that's flanking, right? I mean, that's what you do. You pin these guys with shots from that side, and then you assault in with guys from this side. And hey, maybe you use that smoke.
I mean, all I can say is I don't think it's as cut and dry, just because 4 hexes from W8 does give you a pretty good extension regardless. Like,
I mean, it's up to AA.
yeah,
It's up to this building.
uh-huh.
It's over to S8.
It's down to here.
It's down to there. Like, yes, I could certainly have put all of my forces here. But my exit conditions are get off the north edge of the map or kill all your guys. So if I defend and force down here, I am giving up all of the buildings back there, essentially.
Yes, but
yes, I
if
can token forces back there. And then you get to see where I'm set up. So, hey, you say, oh, okay, I got a bunch of guys down here. There's almost nothing up there. I'm just going to run around here and maybe just tie you guys up or force you to move because this terrain sucks compared to this terrain.
sure,
They're
but
much
you
faster
still
than that side.
but you still get the 15 CVP for the prisoners if even if you're on board. Getting them exited is just to be safe. So you can still get the 15 CVP if you survive, and the 2 buildings becomes, I want to say, easier, but there's a different dynamic to the control of buildings if you have everybody in the middle, and then it takes more men on my side to bust through. But I mean, it's all hypotheticals, obviously. But
I just
I-
don't think that this particular set of buildings is a good defensive one, even for backing up, because it's not. I mean, it's a full turn to move through those.
sure, but if let's say like it's your turn, you shoot from U9 to whatever. We'll say I have guys, and well, let's say like U9 to up here, right? You score a hit or whatever, and then in the advanced phase you go to U10, and then you can get concealment if I don't have LOS, which I wouldn't even from the guys on these hills, right? So like I said, it's hypothetical, and there's a lot of what ifs and unit placement here and shot there and all that, but I guess really what it means is or at the end of the day, it'd be interesting to see how other people play this one, because
Again, like I said, good ASL players. Of the
I
terrain
think
on.
no, I would say anybody who plays this, it'd be interesting to see.
Come on, you lost a squad. It's
Yeah,
like two squads total.
but it's still no. Those guys, I created those guys. These were for this CC example. Anyways, the point is that like just because my losses are low isn't necessarily.
No, that's exactly the point. Are you kidding me? You wiped the floor with me. What are you talking about? You killed off 3/4 of my troops. I have 5 squads left total. 5 squads and a half squad, which are stuck guarding the prisoners. You're inflicting minimum 5-to-1 casualties on me here. Yeah, you're inflicting like 5 to 6-to-1 casualties on me, dude. My unit placement is poor, my plans are poor, it's just poor play all around. Anyway, what's up next? As we go to the next scenario in Frank Tour.
Yeah, so it should be the next one. It should be Red Star Express. Let me just double check. Yeah, Red Star Express. It's another partisans and U.S. guys. So if you want to be the U.S., fine by me.
Yeah, I don't care. In fact, if you want, throw it up to the thread again, since we have a full week for them to vote.
Yeah. There's gonna be it's excuse me. It's gonna be interesting because we'll have to actually play out the setup, so that'll be interesting. Each player set up their onboard force at the same time. Set up a board to screen the 2 setup areas. So I guess we'll have to essentially set up everybody hit, and then unhip at the once we're all done.
Okay. I mean, honestly, I think if we're gonna have to do it that way, you might as well just do it. You know.
It's whatever. But yeah. Anyways, I'll put it up to the thread, if anything. More variable unit groups, so fun.
Yep, we'll see.
All right, so I'll shoot you a message. Let you know how things go.
Let me know.
Yep.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too. I wonder if it'd be better to give give the Bolsheviks the balance.